Oh boy, what is up, guys? It is Will with Exposing the IWC, and today we're going to be talking about what exactly? Let's see. Uh, Moose from TNA says that WWE and TNA relationship is the best they've ever had, better than the AEW one. Oh, that's pretty non-controversial, but apparently the internet disagrees. So we'll be talking about that. Is it safe to say that? I think so, but we'll talk about that. I want to talk about also SmackDown and my feelings toward that brand. And I'm going to use Bianca Belair as a gateway to talk about that, my overall issues with that show. But before we get into that, the talk of the town, the talk of the internet, the talk of Twitter has been the greatest match in the history of mankind. So they're saying, Will Ospreay against MJF, that opened up Dynamite last night. Now, I'm not here to, so you can probably tell I'm kind of like undercutting that match already, right? I'm not here to do that necessarily. I'm not here to tell you that match was bad. Hey, what's up, Maya? But we're gonna be talking about that. I'm just gonna give you my overall thoughts on the match, give a balanced take, cut out the hyperbole and the extracurriculars. Just give an actual honest take on that match from my perspective, and I'll hear you guys out, and you can tell me how you think about it. Okay? If you're watching this video or stream on replay, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your thoughts on the MJF Will Ospreay match. Was it amazing? Was it the best thing you ever saw? Please let me know. If you're watching this right now, what's up in the stream? But yeah, it was very, very interesting conversations folks were having last night when this match concluded. I thought it was more balanced last night. What I'm seeing right now has been a lot of, oh my God, this was amazing. It's the best thing ever. Last night when folks are watching it, it's a little bit of a different story. I thought a little bit more of a balanced take on the match, but we'll talk about it here in a second. Okay. We'll dive into this great match that took place. Yeah, it was a long match. It was an hour long. I was very taken aback at first, but then it became clear what was happening. So this is, before I give you my overall thoughts on the match, this is break down what happened and how things played out. So the match opened up. First of all, I was kind of amused that they're opening up with this match. Like, okay, he's trying to pop a rating here, or at least keep the beginning of the show with some high stakes, which is smart. Open up big. I didn't think we were gonna go that long, but at first, like, okay, he wants to open up with a hot shotting match. This is a hot shot, okay? Whatever you want to say, he's hot shotting this match. This is a match that should have been at All In potentially, or some type of pay-per-view, but he decided to pull it here. Is it hot shotting? Yes. But okay, let's just take that for what it's worth. Okay, and just no critique per se, but he's hot shotting it. Okay. So we open up with this match. There's taunting to begin with. Like it starts off kind of slow. They're taunting, but ultimately they get into a very fun sequence. It's a fun match for the most part. Very quick sequences. Your typical Will Ospreay stuff. Fun, fast, athleticism on display, which is all great. He does a Sasuke special to the outside, which is cool. Ultimately, MJF starts attacking the leg to ground Ospreay, which is smart. In the context of the match, very smart to ground the high flyer. That worked well. Hits the figure four on him, which was fine. That made sense. Then he started selling his leg. Will Ospreay did for a while. So that was part of the match. Then we moved over to Will trying to do the Oz cutter on the apron. He failed. Then went to the first commercial break. So that was like, what, 10, 15 minutes, I think? I don't know. Don't quote me on that. We go to our first commercial break. Then we transitioned to what happened next which was the, let's see, what was it? There was a fight for every chance. MJF went into the crowd. So he kept doing this. MJF does this thing where he goes in the crowd and he interacts with the crowd via grabbing a drink or water and throwing it on the crowd. He needs to be careful, okay? Eventually, somebody's going to come into contact with him or punch him or do something physical. If he keeps doing that, just a law of probability. If you keep going to the crowd, if you keep interacting with the crowd in that regard, eventually something's going to happen. He's been getting away with it for now, but every time he goes into the crowd and throws water or throws beer or whatever he does, it makes me nervous. Eventually, somebody will touch him or punch him. I just hope they're prepared for that situation, because it's law of averages. You keep doing it, it's going to happen. But okay, we'll just, it was fine. It worked well because nothing happened. He went into the crowd, nothing happened. Cool. That was early in the match. At this point, after the commercial break, they go up the stairs. Will Ospreay's carrying him, and a little girl gets into it, and she starts punching MJF. Like, okay, so they're letting a kid get involved here. Okay, fine. It was cute. It worked well. It was a cute moment. I'm not gonna hate on that. Little kid girl came up and started punching MJF. He flicked her off. Fine, no harm done. Good. At this point, I'm enjoying the match. Fine. Then he throws beer at Will Ospreay. He comes back to the ring. They set up the table. They kept doing this table spot where they keeps going to the table to do a move. The person roll off the table. The next person comes up, put him on the table. He roll off. They kept going back to the table. We knew ultimately it would pay off. It did later on when MJF elbowed Will Ospreay through the table. I thought that was fine. So the match is going, it's like 25 minutes into the match at this point, I think, pushing 30. You go for a destroyer of some sort off the turnbuckle, which worked well. MJF bites Will Ospreay. So everything's happening. This match has everything. You got biting, got table spots, got little girls punching MJF, you got beer being thrown, got water being thrown. It's all happening in this match. And it's fine so far. It's fine. Will Ospreay hits the crossroads. So he winks at Cody Rhodes, basically. That's what he's doing. He's winking at Cody at home. He winks at the camera, hits the crossroads. Because you always have to reference to WWE in some point, right? You gotta have some type of WWE reference, some type of nod to Big Brother. That's how they treat it. They treat WWE like the Big Brother all the time. I don't know why you had to wink at the camera. I would have preferred he just do the crossroads. Like, why are you winking to Cody Rhodes at home? Whatever. He winks at Cody Rhodes, hits the crossroads. Of course, the crossroads doesn't finish anything. It's not a great finisher because Cody Rhodes had to do it over and over again anyway in the match. So he hits it once. That's not going to do the job. Go for a pin, kicks out of it. All right, of course. The crossroads doesn't finish anybody. According to Roman Reigns, that move doesn't finish anyone, right? So hits that. And at this point, we're 30 minutes into the match. Now, I kind of got a sense of where this was going. 30 minutes in, I'm like, oh, okay. I see what this headed. But all right, let's just see. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's just see what happens. So we're 30 minutes in. And then I see this. I see what I believe to be, not believe to be, it's obvious what happened. He goes for the Styles Clash on MJF. And he hit the Styles Clash on the apron. Will Ospreay does to MJF. That's a finisher. That should be over, right? He rolls him into the ring. 1, 2, kick out. So at that point, I'm like, okay, I see what's headed. I see what's happening here. This is going the distance. Now, this is a hour-long, what am I looking for? What word am I looking for? Time limit. There it is. I don't know why that escaped me. It's an hour-long time limit. Once I saw that spot where he goes for the Styles Clash, hits it on the apron, rolls him into the ring, and doesn't get the win, okay. At this point, I know what's happening here. This is going to be an hour-long match. So now I'm kind of like, I went from being like this, like involved in the match, to being like more laid back and relaxed and like, okay. Because at this point, I know none of the near falls matter. I don't have to be invested in these near falls because I know what's happening here. It's clear at that point. 30 minutes in, after that Styles Clash, okay, this is going the entire 60 minutes. Fine. So I was kind of not invested in the near falls going forward because it makes sense because you know it's not going to be the end of the match anyway. So I'm just watching the sequences just to see what the hell they're doing. How creative can they be? Could this match end anytime soon? We're going an hour, right? I was hoping it wouldn't be a damn draw, but at that point, I have to be honest, I thought we were getting a draw. So I'm watching this point. I'm kind of checking out from the near falls. Like I said, I'm checking out a little bit because I know where it's headed. We get the one-armed power bomb. Got another commercial break. Come back from the commercial break. We got a whole bunch of sequences, fun sequences that look good and awesome and cool, like cool stuff. I'm not going to say it's not cool stuff. It is. But we're going on an hour now. And then we get to the moment near the end where they say 1 minute left. And Will Ospreay goes for the Tiger Driver. Now, there's a storyline here where Will Ospreay does not want to use the Tiger Driver because he vowed to not use it again. And so once he's set up to use it, like, he's not gonna land it. It's not gonna happen. And sure enough, it didn't happen. He put him back down. There was a big ref bump, and then MJF grabs his ring, hits him with the ring, gets the pin. 1, 2, 3, it's over. MJF is the new champion, international champion. He kicked out a bunch of there's like so many kickouts, man. It was so many near falls, so many. He hit him with like 2 or 3 hidden blades. MJF didn't keep him down, kept kicking out. Again, a lot of cool sequences, but ultimately it ends with him not wanting to hit the Tiger Driver. They're continuing the whole Tiger Driver storyline, and then MJF hits him with the ring. I will admit, at the end of the match, when he looked to the camera with holding the damn oxygen mask on his head, and he said, "Easy dub." That was funny. It was funny. Easy dub. That was funny. But that's how the match ends. Now, my thoughts. Was this the greatest match I've ever seen? No. Was the match too long? Yes. And here's why I say that. This is a TV match. TV. This is the 250th episode of Dynamite. I don't know why you have to have a long ass match like that on Dynamite. That should have been saved for a pay-per-view. In my opinion, that match could have been 30 minutes because the ending was pretty much. The ending had nothing to do with the length of the match. The ending was, I don't want to hit the Tiger Driver, and then MJF cheats with the ring. That could have happened 20 minutes into the match, 30 minutes into the match, 40. There's nothing about that match that needed to be 60 minutes. Because, by the way, he hits him with the ring 2 seconds before the match ended. There's nothing about that match that needed to be that long based on the ending. The ending could have happened at any point. I'm wondering, why was it that long? Just because? Just to say, okay, we're going to have a long match on the 250th episode just because? They could have had a 30-minute match, a good one, same like feels, same excitement, same everything but length, and you could have had more women on the show, more talent being displayed. I mean, I don't know why they went that route of an entire hour block for that match. This is TV. It's not a pay-per-view. That time could have went towards something else. Maybe you have Willow Nightingale. Didn't Willow Nightingale just win the CMLL championship? The championship that Stephanie Becerra had? Why not have her on the show? Look at our new champion. The 250th episode of Dynamite. Here's Willow Nightingale, the new CMLL champion. They could have done that. That would have been a good moment for the 250th episode. Could have had Chris Statlander on the episode somehow. There's more talent they could have had on the show. Why have an hour-long match just because? It didn't advance anything. You could have had a 30-minute match with the same epicness, the same action sequences. Just dial it down, cut it back. Because a lot of downtime. There's a moment where Will Ospreay's shoulder was out of the socket. The ref had to pop it in. Could have took that out. You could have took out some of the traveling into the crowd stuff. There's certain things you could have cut out to have a shorter match and highlight more people. Hour-long marathon matches need to be on pay-per-views, in my opinion. TV, cut it down, because it's going to be like, what, 3 commercial breaks anyway? Excuse me, by the way. I'm burping into the freaking mic. You're going to have 3 commercial breaks. 3. I would rather see that time allocated elsewhere, and then you have your long match on the pay-per-view. That makes sense? Sean says, as a casual viewer, so I didn't mind it. We didn't see the Iron Man type matches like that. For real, definitely not in WWE. I'm not even the biggest in-ring guy, but I enjoyed it. The match was fine. It was a good match. But for a TV match, when there's so many commercial breaks anyway, I mean, there's 3 commercial breaks, I believe. 3, maybe 4, but I know 3 on TV. Why not have that on the pay-per-view and then have a 30-minute match and have more time for other things? That's all I'm saying. The match was long. It felt long. It felt like it dragged, for me at least, because I knew where it was headed. Once I knew that I was going the distance, because it was obvious, the match started to drag. Because I knew where it was going. Okay, we're going 60 minutes. All right, so anything that happens between now and 60 minutes is just action sequences. Okay, I'm watching it. I'm watching it. Get to the end. Get to the end. Maybe if I was invested in the match the entire time, it'd be different. But I knew we're going the distance. It was obvious. They made it obvious to me. And then once you have the ending being the Tiger Driver reluctance, so I don't want to hit the Tiger Driver. Well, that could have happened at any point. So they're doing the long match for the sake of long match. I think they should have went a different route. But the match, I'm not gonna say the match was bad. It's not a bad match. I just didn't love the execution. Long matches just for the sake of it. Okay. I love freaking Swerve Strickland's freaking comment. What did Swerve say? Swerve Strickland said something hilarious, I thought. And it kind of highlights the absurdity of this match. What did he say? He said, where is it? Here it is. Here it is. He said this. Took me 27 minutes. Right. Okay. He had a match against Will Ospreay. 27 minutes, he won. An hour long. Yeah, this is what you say. Dude, it took you an hour long to beat this dude. I beat him in 27 minutes. The perfect response. It'd be one thing if it had to go an hour long. That'd be one thing. But no, this is not the case. Not like it wasn't like a match where you're counting the pinfalls. It wasn't like an Iron Man match. It wasn't. So it took you an hour to beat this dude, and you had to cheat in the end. You could have cheated 30 minutes in. You could have cheated 25 minutes in. You could have cheated 40 minutes in. It took you 60 minutes to cheat. It took you 60 minutes to use that damn ring. Come on. Perfect response to that match. It took me 27 minutes, dude. What the hell are you doing in there for an hour? What's up, David? What are you doing for an hour, dude? It took me 27 minutes. It's the perfect, thanks for subscribing, Oscar. It's the perfect response to this. It's the perfect response. So now, once you see this response, I'm like, yeah, it did take you an hour to get the job done. What the hell? Like, there was no requirement there. It didn't have to go an hour. Get on Swerve Strickland level. Swerve's better than you, MJF. Like, what's going on here? Like, it's, I think it was a mistake. Okay. But, ultimately, I think the take back is like the overall notion, the overall narrative. It was a great match and a lot of people enjoyed it. I hope the ratings reflect that because, why else are you doing it? Like, what other reason are you doing it? You're hot-shotting a big match between two high-profile players here, MJF and Will Ospreay. You're two big fish in the pond. You're hot-shotting this match for a Dynamite show. Okay, I hope it was worth it. I hope the ratings are high. I hope you get everything out of it you needed to do because this was a match that could have been on a pay-per-view. So now what do? You run it back at All In? No, I don't want to see these two wrestle anytime soon. I got an hour of it. That's enough. You're not going to top it. They're going to be so stupid. It's going to be so stupid for them to run it back. What are you going to do? Another hour match? No. It's going to be shorter. Do not try to top this. Let it go. It's over. Let it go. It happened. He won. MJF won. Do not try to top this match. That is a mistake. If they try to top it, they just make the comparison. Oh, this wasn't better than a TV match. Yada, yada, yada. Or they're going to go overboard. They're going to do a 2-hour match. They're going to try to make it 2 hours. That's a mistake. Okay? Do not do an hour-long match again. Just let it go. He should face, what's his face? Daniel Garcia? Yeah. MJF, he took out Daniel Garcia a couple weeks ago. He beat him to a pulp and made him bleed. Have Daniel Garcia come back. He can face MJF. And Will Ospreay can face someone else, okay? Outer Run, MJF versus Daniel Garcia at All In. Do not do this match again. Let it go. Do not try to top it. You did what you did. It was an hour long. I don't need to see another hour, okay? Let it go. Over. Exactly. What are you going to do All In? I'm thinking Daniel Garcia in IY. Garcia. That's the match, I guess. Because God forbid if they do this match again. If they roll out this match again after an hour-long TV match, what are you doing? The time to do it would have been All In. Could have saved it at All In, but you already did it. The greatest match in history of Dynamite. You've done it, right? Why go back to the well to try to top it? Let it go. It happened. It was a moment in time. If you do a part 2, you're just gonna freaking like taint this match. It'll be that constant comparison. Do not try to top it. Let it go. Let it go. But Tony Khan can't help himself. You know he can't help himself. He can't. Can't help himself. So he should have did Tiger Driver. I don't know what's freaking like, oh, I don't want to do it anymore. Then why even like attempt it? Like, why are you even baiting us with the damn Tiger Driver if you don't want to use it? Whatever. Whatever. It's, again, I'm not here to say the match wasn't good. It was a good match. A little long and excessive and a little too much. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, that's a story, Norman. You should have used the Tiger Driver. But you could have told that same story in 30 minutes, in 40 minutes, in 20 minutes. Again, like I said before, the ending of the match where he cheats with the ring, which is kind of lame, considering Will Ospreay was kicking out of everything. The man was kicking out of every goddamn thing, but that ring, that little golden ring, took him out, right? Could have done that at any point in the damn match. Any point. Did not have to be an hour long. Did not have to be an hour long whatsoever. But yeah, that's it was a match. It was a match. Was it bad? No, but it was a match. Let's see. Anything else in the chat? Hour long, too much. I agree. AEW is ice cold. Not according to them. According to the fans, these last 3 matches, well, not 3 matches. These last 3 shows have been the best they've been in a while. So they're loving the content here. If you ask the diehards, they're loving it. 2 out of 3 falls or something. Yeah, that would have been better. Yep. 50 commercial breaks. Yeah, there was a lot of commercial breaks. Picture in picture. I think during the commercial is when they popped his shoulder back in. That happened during the commercial break. For the most part, they did a good job pacing it for the most part, I thought. Just a little excessive. All right, let's move on to our next topic, which will be all about the TNA relationship with WWE. All right, that's a break. So if you didn't hear, Moose of TNA, the champion, went on social media. Well, that's not true. He did an interview that landed on social media where he talked about how TNA's relationship with the WWE has been great and the best one it had, way better than the AEW relationship. And of course, the IWC, internet wrestling community, could not handle the obvious truth. Let me play that clip here. Here we go. Make sure audio is ready to go. It is. Let me pull this back. Let me show the screen. Hopefully there's no hiccups.
Yeah, I think this is the best relationship that TNA's ever had, but way better than the one we had with AEW, better than the one we've done with Triple H and Noah or any other company. I think this relationship, both companies respect each other and is doing great by each other. And there's not one company that is being selfish. Both companies are doing great. So I think this is how a relationship is meant to be in pro wrestling, and TNA and WWE is doing the best job of it. Yeah, I think this is the best relationship that TNA has ever had.
Yep, the best relationship that TNA has ever had. And talks about how both companies are getting along well and they're both benefiting, and there's no like big brothering to a certain extent, and they're all enjoying the process and the collaboration, and it's all working out. Nobody's getting screwed over like what happened with AEW. I thought it was pretty straightforward. If you don't know, Kenny Omega he blessed TNA with his presence, and he came in when he won the title, and he pretty much won against all TNA talent. Nobody in TNA got over against an AEW talent. And then Kenny Omega dropped the belt to Christian. I repeat, Kenny Omega dropped the TNA belt to Christian. Instead of putting over a TNA talent, he dropped the TNA belt to Christian. Make it make sense. It doesn't. So you would think this is pretty straightforward, common sense stuff, but the IWC, they can't handle the truth. So we got some reaction here. Let me see. This is actually the Swerve thing. Let's see. Let's look at some of the reaction here. Look at this dope. WWE gets their top talents. TNA gets jobbers back. I'm struggling to see where this win is. You're struggling to see it because you're blind and because you're giving into tribalism. That's why you're struggling to see it. It's common sense, my man. Here's a question. Joe Hendry. Popular guy, right? Very popular. I have been on Twitter for a while within the IWC. I have not seen a single picture of Joe Hendry on my timeline in any fashion until Jordynne Grace popped up on NXT. Why? Because when Jordynne Grace popped up, folks started saying, oh my God, who else can pop up? What about Joe Hendry? Go back and look at your Twitter, search it. Joe Hendry did not take off on Twitter until Jordynne Grace popped up on NXT, because then people were excited about the possibilities, right? Jordynne Grace herself has said she started getting recognized on the streets after Royal Rumble. Wasn't recognized before. Royal Rumble happened. On the streets, she getting recognized. Joe Hendry, look at his rise and his success. Look what happened at Slammiversary. Slammiversary is sold out. They sold more tickets for the first time in 15, this is like the most tickets in 15 years for Slammiversary. Why? Because the TNA brand is hot. Why is the TNA brand hot? Because of the NXT relationship. Why is Joe Hendry hot? Because of the WWE relationship. Why is people excited about Jordynne Grace? Because of WWE. It's simple stuff. Once their names are popular and people are more interested in them, then they say, okay, Slammiversary, Joe Hendry has a match. I like that guy. He was on NXT. He's getting a lot of praise and a lot of hype. I'm going to check out that show. When your names on the roster are getting more popular, when the names are getting more popular, more people are interested in the product, therefore you sell more tickets. It's straightforward common sense. But these people are so upset because of these comments, they're blind to the obvious truth and they don't want to admit it, okay? Look at this right here, common sense. They just sold the most tickets in 15 years. This guy has a brain. Common sense. Let's see WWE putting TNA talent over on national television, getting them tons of exposure which translates to more interest in the product. Like I just said, right? TNA is coming over to NXT. Jordynne Grace got a win on WWE TV. Joe Hendry got a pin on NXT. They're coming over. They're being highlighted. They're not being diminished in any way. WWE are encouraging Joe Hendry signs. They're encouraging TNA chants. They're encouraging them to, every time you see a Joe Hendry sign front and center, they don't have to let them in there with that sign. Vince McMahon did it all the time. Vince said, get out of here with that sign. Get it out of here. Destroy it. Throw it away. You can't come in with that. They're embracing these Joe Hendry signs. He's not even on the damn roster. And they're saying, yeah, show that Joe Hendry sign. Bring it in. These talents are getting more over, more popular. Therefore, the brand of TNA gets more popular. Therefore, we sell more tickets. Ali, the damn Slammiversary pay-per-view selling out. It's like common sense stuff. Of course, this relationship has been better than anything AEW did. Of course, it's common sense stuff. But of course, tribalism does not allow you to see what's right in front of you. Okay, it's really a shame. It really is. You can't even agree on stuff that's straightforward. Straightforward stuff, you can't agree on it. Slammiversary sold out. Sold out. Coincidence? No. So I don't really see what's the problem with, and look at this. Impact Records, record low viewership when Kenny Omega showed up. A record low viewership for Kenny Omega on TNA. On Impact at the time. It was called Impact at the time. Record low viewership. When he went on there, he went on the damn brand, started winning the titles, just collecting belts, and didn't put over anybody. And you're wondering why the viewers were low? Because they're shitting on the brand. That's what they're doing. They showed up there to shit on it. Not happening in WWE. They're sending talent over there. Now the whole conversation about jobbers, right? Oh, they're sending jobbers. They're sending Charlie Dempsey. They're sending Easy Dame. They're sending Tatum Paxley to fight the talent over there. First of all, hey, let's be clear about something when it comes to top talent in TNA versus top talent in WWE. WWE and TNA are on different levels, okay? Different levels. Sending Bianca Belair over there is insane. Makes no sense. There's not an equivalence here. Joe Hendry is not equivalent to Seth Rollins, okay? There's no equivalence there. They're lucky to getting any person at all, let alone like these TNA talents or these NXT talents, okay? That's a reasonable assumption to send over someone like a Tatum Paxley to wrestle Jordynne Grace in a one-off on a tape show with no way to prevent spoilers. Like TNA, they taped the shows. So when Tatum Paxley showed up, it was spoiled all over to Twitter. 2 weeks in advance, it was spoiled. 2 weeks in advance. You want to send freaking Charlotte Flair to wrestle Jordynne Grace on a tape show 2 weeks in advance to get spoiled and lead up to Dana Brooke? I'm sorry, not Dana Brooke. Ash by Elegance? Does that make sense? You're sending women over there to lose to build up to her Dana Brooke match or her Ash by Elegance match. So you're not sending top talent to lose on a build to Dana Brooke. That doesn't make any sense. You're sending talent that are good, like Tatum Paxley, like Easy Dame, who's a bigger girl, different type of test for Jordynne Grace, to lose. There's not actual feuds. It'd be one thing you're sending a talent for a pay-per-view match. We're sending a talent for Slammiversary. That makes more sense. Okay, send Natalya, send Michin, send a bigger name for a pay-per-view match. But they're sending talent to lose on one-offs with no build, no heat. Of course you're going to send folks that are down the card in NXT. That makes all the sense in the world. Meanwhile, Jordynne Grace comes and gets exposure on the big brand. By big brand, I mean NXT. More viewers. Like what, by six times more viewers? I think what? I don't know. I can't remember the name of the channel that TNA is on. They get like 100,000 views if they're lucky. TNA gets like, TNA, I'm talking about TNA, 100 views. NXT gets about 600,000? Six times the exposure. What are you talking about? There's no. It's just tribalism. This is all it is. It's tribalism. There are open challenges on tape shows that are spoiled immediately. You don't send Bianca Belair. It doesn't make any sense. You're sending folks down the card on NXT to lose, just to build up Jordynne Grace to get to Dana Brooke. Why would you send top talent to make any sense? TNA is benefiting big time from this. They're benefiting more than WWE. WWE will be fine without TNA, okay? Now, I will say, because of TNA, the product is more fun, is more exciting, is more interesting. NXT is, of course, but they'd be fine without it. They got Julia coming in. They got Stephanie Vaquer coming in. There's things you can do, right? Beyond TNA. Now, we'll agree, of course, TNA is making the product more interesting and more fun. But the notion that WWE is benefiting from this and TNA is not is insane. Look at the damn numbers. Look at what they're doing here. Slammiversary sold out. Okay, this is not a coincidence. It's because of the brand being hot, because of the WWE connection. It's clear and obvious. It's clear and obvious to folks that are honest with themselves and don't want to lie, you know? So yeah, he's right. WWE is helping TNA. It's a great relationship. And it's common sense, I think. What say you? Zelina is boring? Okay. Random. AW fans are insufferable? Some of them are. Some of them are. People need to find some hobbies outside of wrestling because, yeah, it's really... I don't know why they're upset. I don't know why they need to lie to themselves. Like, who cares about... Moose has an opinion. It's obvious, I think. But who cares? Like, why are you upset about it? Like who you care? It's obvious. Everybody knows that the AW relationship with TNA it sucked. Like, why are we like trying to debate or rehash that. It's clear and obvious. He was asked a question, he answered it, move on. Joe Hendry theme song is at 3 million views. Is that 1.7 2 months ago? Exactly. His brand, his name is being elevated because of WWE. Therefore, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, he had the title match at Slammiversary. Do you think that has nothing to do with the WWE relationship? He's hot right now, so of course he's getting that damn title match at Slammiversary. Let me double check that. I'm not sure. Slammiversary card. I believe he has a title match. And if they're smart, he'd win it. Why not? He's hot. He's popular. Got the WWE name behind him. Why the hell would he not win the title? Let me make sure, because I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure he's fighting for the title at Slammiversary. Yep, here it is. Show browser. Check this out. He has a match, a 6-way elimination match. Moose, Josh Alexander, Steve, Flynn, my man Nick Nemeth, aka Dolph Ziggler, Frankie, Joe Hendry. He should win that. Why not? He's hot. He's popular. Why not put the belt on Joe Hendry? You can protect Moose. It's a 6-way elimination match. Wait, let me make sure this is not a fatal. It's not a fatal 6-way. It's more elimination match. So okay, so you have to eliminate everyone. Never mind. So you can't really protect anyone, right? Everybody gotta get pinned, or at least 5 had to get pinned, right? Am I reading that right? This way elimination. So 5 gotta get eliminated until it's down to 1. I think could be wrong about that. Double check me. I'm losing it right now. So the 2 biggest match on the card is the championship match with Joe Hendry and the Jordynne Grace match with Dana Brooke, another WWE talent. So yeah, those are the top matches. To pretend like WWE does not have a big part of this is ignorance, or not? It's not ignorance. It's willful ignorance. That's what it is. You think Ask by Elegance is winning? Maybe. I mean, Jordynne Grace has to. She may have to. She may have to lose, because if it's not Ask by Elegance winning, then what are you gonna do? Like, who's the next up in line? Like, who's next in line? If not Ash. Maybe she does win. Well, we know Jordynne Grace's contract ends at the end of the year, regardless. So she have to lose the belt by the end of the year, no matter what. And then she's going to WWE, clearly and obviously. There's a way that she can retain. It just depends on what they want to do. Now, if the WWE are going to offer her up like more challenges, like for example, let's say Natalya. Let's say they veer away from the TNA talent. Maybe you have pay-per-views get down the line where you have like WWE talent. So she faces Natalya, she faces Tegan Nox, she faces Michin, stuff like that. Well, then you can extend her reign, right? If you're gonna give her women from WWE, then it's fine. If not, you're gonna have to shake things up. Kind of similar to how what's his face? Trick Williams lost to Ethan Page recently, just for the sake of shaking things up. They might want to do that in this case, but if they're going to use WWE relationship with Jordynne Grace and have her face WWE talent, then it'll be fine. And she'll just face WWE people all the way to the end of the year, and then that's fine. But I don't know if that's what they want to do. I don't know. Yeah, it's not as strong. You're right, Maya. It's really not that strong. It's weak. You used to have Chelsea Green. You used to have Purrazzo. You used to have Naomi, who was Trinity at the time. You used to have a lot of different type of talent down there. Now it's kind of dry. Now it's just Jordynne Grace. Jordynne Grace and friends. For example, her top talent, her top contender is Ash by Elegance, who was released by WWE. That's her top contender by a long shot, I think. So maybe you do have her lose, because if you don't, what are you going to do? Again, unless you have a agreement with the WWE to do, okay, we're going to feed you more talent. We're going to give you some names to face. Because why not? Here's the thing about Jordynne Grace. Here's the thing. She's going to be a WWE talent. She's going to be in the WWE. So why not give her some talent to beat? Why not have her beat Natalya? Why not have her beat Michin? Why not have her beat What's her face? Cowgirl. Why am I blanking? Why do I always blank on her name? Fallon Henley. I love Fallon Henley. Why not have her beat Fallon Henley? Why not? She's gonna be a WWE anyway. She's going to be a WWE talent anyway. So who cares? That's probably how they should be thinking about it. You're going to sign her. It's obvious they're going to sign her. So why? Who cares if she beats talent? You just set her up to be a bigger deal when she shows up anyway. But yeah, so Moose is right. It's a good relationship. They're both benefiting from it. Anyone who thinks otherwise is just lying to themselves. So stop lying to yourself, okay? All right. Let's move on to Bianca Belair and SmackDown. This is going to be an interesting one. Am I ready for it? Am I ready? Yes, let's do it. Quick break. All right. Let's talk SmackDown. Here are my thoughts. SmackDown is kind of boring. I don't know whether you've noticed, but SmackDown is kind of boring. Raw is awesome. We got the Wyatt Six going up against Chad Gable in his new Creed group. We got Drew and CM Punk. We got the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour with Rhea Ripley. We've got a lot of good stuff happening on Raw. That's interesting. That's compelling. I look forward to Raw all the time. It is probably my most anticipated show every week in wrestling is Raw. And then the next day, you get NXT. You got the TNA relationship. You got the Rascals popping up down there. You got talent from TNA. You got Joe Hendry. You got the new talent like Julia and Stephanie Vaquer coming in. There's excitement. There's fun. There's freshness at TNA. That's coming over to NXT. I'm loving what's happening in NXT. That's fun. Then at the end of the week, you got SmackDown. SmackDown is the Bloodline and Cody Rhodes, DIY champions. Logan Paul is never on the show. What else we got on SmackDown? Got the Nia Jax Bayley storyline, which is not really a storyline that's compelling at all. Bayley is not really feuding per se. There's nothing intriguing or compelling about the storyline. Bayley's champion. She must face Nia Jax. That's kind of it. If anything, the most compelling part is the dynamic between Tiffany and Nia Jax now. Because Tiffany is now the Money in the Bank winner, and she's working with Nia Jax, and there's a little bit of there's something going on there that's interesting, potentially, as a storyline. Will she try to cash in on Nia Jax? Will she support Nia Jax? Does Nia Jax need to worry about Tiffany? So there's something there between those two, but not with Bayley really. And then you have what's going on with who I confess is my favorite wrestler, Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair is on the roster. She is backstage walking around with Jade Cargill, doing a whole lot of nothing. Every day on SmackDown, it's, hey, we're color coordinated, we're dressed similar, and yeah, we're walking around looking for Nick Aldis and talk about those tag titles. You know we're going after those tag titles, right? Oh, damn right, girl. We're going to get those tag titles. Oh, the bet. You know, that's what we're going to do. All right. We stay ready, so we don't have to get ready. Okay, yeah, we're going to get those tag titles. The same shit every week. Now, if this was some regular old talent, then who cares, right? But this is Bianca freaking Belair, all right? This was the number one overall pick on the brand. The number one overall pick in the entire draft. So I put out this tweet this morning talking about Bianca Belair's booking. And I said, free Bianca Belair. Folks said, what are you talking about? Well, I think Bianca Belair is in tag team hell with Jade Cargill. And it's kind of boring. Now, do I understand why it's happening? Sure, but it doesn't mean I have to like it. I don't have to like it just because I understand it. I understand it, but I do not like it. So let me show you this visual here. Check this out. This is the results of the WWE draft, okay? Bianca Belair, number one overall pick. What is she doing? Walking around backstage with Jade Cargill. Jey Uso. Now, his storylines isn't that compelling either. He's not really doing much, but he was just in the Money in the Bank match. He lost that match, but he was in it. He was on the last freaking pay-per-view. And he had a match on Raw with Dom. Are they gonna do the whole Jade chasing Rhea storyline? I hope not. I don't want to see Jay. That's boring to me for Jay. Give him something more than, oh, I like Rhea Ripley. I hope that's not the direction they're going with Jay, but that's something. He had a match last Monday with freaking Dom. Carmelo Hayes, he was in a Money in the Bank match. He had the feud right now with Andrade. An active feud, non-title, with two good talents. Andrade, Carmelo. I'm looking forward to that. So I probably should have mentioned that. That's a SmackDown feud. Good matches to come. Okay, cool. Seth Rollins is feuding with Drew and CM Punk. He just had a match against freaking Damian Priest. Now he's still working with Drew. He's still working with CM Punk. A lot of stuff going on with Seth. Randy Orton, 5th overall pick. Bloodline storyline. Braun Breaker, IC title feud with Sammy and Ilya. Nia Jax, Queen of the Ring, facing Bayley at SummerSlam. Liv Morgan, the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour. The top story on Raw. Everybody has something, but the number one overall pick is color coordinating and dressing like Jade Cargill backstage and walking around doing nothing. And I'm crazy. This is not my favoritism or my bias. She's the number one overall pick. Number one overall pick. I will say it again for everyone in the back. The number one overall pick is doing what? I mean, look at the list. Look at the list. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. I want you all to look at it. Okay? I'm underwhelmed. I'm bored. And I'm kind of annoyed. Am I the only one? Am I wrong? Let me know in the chat. Am I wrong? Should I not be annoyed with her booking? Should I be more understanding? Again, I understand the situation they're in. They don't want Bianca Belair in a singles feud for the title. They want Bianca Belair away from Bayley. They want Bianca Belair away from Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan storyline, which is why she was not put on Raw. I wanted her to be on Raw. I really, 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 really wanted her to be on Raw, but I get it. You don't want Bianca and Rhea on the same show because you have plans for Liv Morgan and Rhea. Fine. You decided you want to put her away from Bayley right now? Cool. So you had to make a decision. Tag team with Jade or a single feud, non-title. I would have preferred a non-title single feud. Give me Bianca and Tiffany. Give me Bianca Piper Niven. Give me Bianca against, I don't give a shit, like Candice LeRae. I don't care. I prefer single feuds for Bianca Belair. That could be interesting. Maybe do some storytelling, some compelling character work or something. I don't know. But no, they decided to go the tag team route. And honestly, the reason why is so Bianca can bring Jade along. It's more about Jade than Bianca, right? The tag team part. They want Bianca Belair to be away from the singles title, fine. But the group is about Jade and her bringing her along. Now, I don't want to say babysitting. I don't want to say that type of disrespectful line, but it's something akin to, hey, Bianca, give Jade something to do, bring her along, and yeah, we'll get back to you down the line. And I don't like it. I understand it. I get what they're doing, but that doesn't mean I have to like it, all right? Okay. So yeah, SmackDown is kind of boring, and Bianca's booking is not helping. This is not a shot at Jade Cargill. It's not her fault. She's not booking the show. This isn't AEW. The talent is not booking the show. But because of Jade Cargill being the tag team partner, folks are starting to resent her because they feel like me that Bianca's star power and her relevance is diminished because of this tag team hellhole. Okay? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Let's look at the comments. Look at the tweets. Look at the tweets. Look at the chat. Am I wrong? Let's see. Triple H's booking on Bianca is unforgivable. He's actively cooled her down to ensure Rhea Ripley is more popular. Okay, now I wouldn't go that far. I'm not saying, I don't believe. Triple H loves Bianca Belair. That's obvious, all right? He put her on the cover of the game next to his daughter. Rhea is his daughter. He put Bianca on the game cover next to her. He likes Bianca a lot. That much is clear and obvious. He does. I will not say otherwise. Triple H has a problem, not a problem. He has a booking style where he has stories he's focused on. If you're not in the main storyline, if you're not in the main focus of him, you're on the back burner, kind of doing nothing. We saw it with Bayley. Remember when Bayley was getting nothing? Oh, Bayley's on the back burner. Bayley's not having anything to do. They're ignoring Bayley, right? Now she's the top of the damn card on SmackDown now. Oh, Liv Morgan, she's not doing anything. She's being screwed over. Why is Liv Morgan not getting any shine? Why is she not at the top of the card? Now she's the face of Raw, kind of, with Rhea. He has this thing where he rotates talent in and out of the top position, the top spot. So I'm not saying, I don't think it's anything insidious like, oh, he wants to keep Rhea Ripley, because they're on separate shows. They're on separate brands. It'd be one thing they're both on Raw, but they're not both on Raw. You can have Rhea Ripley cook over here and have Bianca cook over here if you want. But because Bayley's a champion and he wants Bianca Belair away from Bayley, we get this stuff with Bianca where it's not compelling or interesting. You're kind of just walking around. Now, it's kind of been like that for a while now, right? Since she lost to Io in Saudi Arabia, her booking has been kind of meh. No actual storyline beyond once they wanted to do the whole Big Three shit. Remember that? The Big Three storyline where Bianca was beefing with Bayley and they brought that storyline to the surface. That was interesting. That was compelling because the actual characters with character work, with agency, they have feelings, they have emotions, they have it's actual story being told. Bayley, I don't like you. I don't like the fact you're bringing Naomi into this. You're gonna screw her like you screwed me. You're not trustworthy, and I don't want to support you anyway. That was interesting. It led to the Big Three, which everybody loved. Oh my God, the Big Three: Bianca, Jade, and Naomi. Oh my God, we love them together. You're doing it to yourselves, okay? Triple H has a burner. Triple H has a burner. He sees all y'all gushing over the Big Three. He's like, okay, they love them together. I'll just put them together. No story, no compelling character development or character interactions. We'll just put them together and the fans will go goo goo gaga and that's it. That's what he did for Raymania. Put them together. Three black queens, put them together. The fans will love it, eat it up, and we'll put that to the side and we'll focus on other shit. Gonna do it again. He's going to do it again because I think they're going to do the Big Three stuff again. I believe. Remember, on SmackDown, you got the Blair Witch Project, which is the Unholy Union and Blair Davenport getting together. That's a threesome there. A threesome. That's a trio there. They're gonna bring Bianca and Jade and Naomi together again to have that matchup. Blair, Alba, and Isla against Bianca, Jade, and Naomi is gonna happen. I just hope that the Big Three has some type of like conflict or some type of compelling stuff going on, like something. Let something happen. Let Bianca hate Naomi. Let Bianca punch Jade by accident. Have some type of storyline that happens with those three. Something. I'll take heel Bianca at this point. I've been resisting it for a while, but bring it on. Heel Bianca. Because Triple H loves heel work. So hell, let Bianca be heel. Maybe we'll get something interesting after that, for crying out loud. Let's go. I went on a little bit of a rant there. My bad. Y'all never talk about Bianca without mentioning Rhea Ripley. Okay, in IY, let's talk about that. That's an important point. There is a discussion or narrative between Rhea and Bianca, right? Why do they always bring those two up? Well, Bianca and Rhea came up together. Their careers parallel each other. Literally, Bianca Belair won her title at WrestleMania 37. Guess when Rhea Ripley won her first title? WrestleMania 37. Their careers parallel each other. Bianca has beaten 2 horsewomen in Asuka and Mania. Guess what Rhea did? Beat 2 horsewomen and Asuka and Mania. Literally parallel each other. Literally faces on the same game cover facing each other. That's how they set it up. So it's natural to compare Bianca and Rhea together. That's just how it is. It's hard not to do that. They've been set up to come up together in parallel with each other. It's obvious, right? That's why when they see Bianca and Rhea Ripley being booked differently, they say, what's up with that? Rhea Ripley, I said again, is Triple H's daughter. He loves her. He likes Bianca as well, but Rhea Ripley is a different storyline. It's just different storyline. A different case. It just is. We can't acknowledge that. He loves Rhea Ripley. He literally said he sees her as a daughter. So people think there's a little bit of difference there in terms of booking. And you can't get away from it at this point. But that's why they compared the two, because their careers parallel each other. It's natural. Bianca was put in the tag division to help Jade. Yep. To help Jade. Yeah, that's why she was in there. To help bring her along. To help guide her along. To give her something to do. Because they don't trust her in singles division yet. So they wanted Bianca to help her in the tag team division. And yeah. People are getting tired of Bianca paired with Jade. Yes, they are. At first, it was cute. Oh, the big three. Oh, look at this. These black queens together. Look at this star power. Look at it. Don't they look amazing? Now they see them every week backstage doing nothing. And they're like, okay, what are we doing here, Triple H? Do something compelling here. Yeah. Yeah, the issue, it's not really a Rhea Ripley issue. It's more a Triple H thing. It's a creative issue. That's all. And again, I don't want to paint the picture that Triple H does not like Bianca Belair. Triple H likes Bianca. He does. He just has his priorities different right now. It's unfortunate as a Bianca fan, but I'm not going to not call it out. I'm not going to not acknowledge it. It just sucks, you know? Let's see. You can argue Jay's booking is worse than Bianca's. No. Jay Uso is getting crazy presentations. He comes into the ring. They have all these different camera angles. He has the fireflies. They're going out of the way to present him like a superstar. He was in the Money in the Bank match. Jay's fine. Booking is not worse. I do not believe his booking is worse. He's going to be just fine. His presentation, everything, he's all over the place. He got a whole bunch of merch, a lot of different type of merches. When's the last time Bianca Belair got a new shirt of any substance? Jay Uso gets a new shirt every damn week, it feels like. Jay is not worse off than Bianca. I disagree. Yes, Bianca did talk about wanting more non-title feuds. She sure did. For Mania, when they wanted to do the Bianca Belair Tiffany Stratton match, that was the original plan. Then they changed it. And she went on these interviews and said, hint, hint, wink, wink, I want to have more non-title women's feuds at Mania. That was why she did that, folks. That's why she did that. Pay attention. She wanted to have a non-title match at Mania against Tiffany Stratton, but they changed it. They pivoted. The clear direction was Bianca, Tiffany. They had a change of heart. She went up to interviews and talked about that. Pay attention to what she's saying, folks. It's all there. It's all there. Yeah, I'm speaking. Thanks, Razar. Speaking fast about Bianca's booking. Yeah, I'm annoyed too. Yeah, I'm annoyed. I'm very annoyed, Maya. I'm annoyed. Let's see. I'm far behind. Let's keep going. Bianca is heavily protected. She is. She never loses. She does lose. She lost her last two before this recent win. She lost her last two before the recent win. She lost to the Unholy Union and she lost to Nia Jax. She was pinned clean by Nia Jax and she lost the tag titles to the Unholy Union. So she loses. She for sure loses. She lost two straight to Io Sky. Jade hasn't improved much. She's improved some. Bianca Belair deserves some stories. She does. She really does. And they want to see her have some stories on the level of Rhea Ripley. That's kind of where the comparison comes up as well. Rhea's getting a lot of top storylines, and you want Bianca to have the same. I do as well. I want Bianca to have the same level of storytelling as Rhea Ripley gets, because I think she deserves it. She's that type of talent, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Here's something I always saw. I'm glad you brought it up, IY. The Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill feud that folks think is going to happen anytime soon. Let me be the first to tell you. Bianca Belair is not feuding with Jade anytime soon, okay? This is Triple H we're talking about. Triple fucking H. That man is not booking that feud this year. It's not happening. It's not happening. Bianca Belair is Jade Cargill's endgame. The king of dragging it out, the king of long-term storytelling, is not going to pull the trigger on that. We're not going to get Bianca and Rhea Ripley now. But we're going to get Bianca and Jade. No, Bianca and Jade is down the line. Now they might plant the seeds now, but that match is down the line. You're not getting Bianca and Jade anytime soon. Bianca Belair is Jade Cargill's in-game match. So it's not going to happen until she's ready. When is she going to be ready? A couple years from now. Again, look at the Bianca Rhea Ripley stuff. When is that going to happen? We've been wanting to see that for years. So what makes you think we're going to see the Bianca Jade anytime soon? Nope. Not happening. Not this year. That's for damn sure. Jay should have started off on NXT. They thought she was too big of a star. I kind of agree, but they think she's too big for that. In terms of her presence on the show. Is that true? I don't know, but that's what they believe. Is the can's out of the can. The fish is out of the can. The tuna's out of the can. However you want to say it. It's over at this point. She can't go back to NXT at this point. It will look bad. It will look like a demotion. So it's over. She can't go back to NXT now. Not anytime soon, at least. It'll be seen as a complete, like, she's not ready, get your ass back there. That's what it will look like. So they're not going to do that. Unfortunately. Bianca Belair is arguably the most protected woman on the roster. Arguably, yes, she is. Now she's lost recently. At this point, I'd say Rhea Ripley is. Rhea has not lost since 2022 to, spoiler alert, Liv Morgan. I believe it was 2022 Liv Morgan pinned her. She's not lost since. She's not been pinned since. So Rhea is now the most protected woman on the roster. This woman kicked out of the Annihilator. I repeat, she kicked out of the Annihilator. She dropped her belt out of injury. She didn't lose her belt. She dropped it because she got injured. Rhea is the most protected woman on the roster. Now, his daughter is the most protected. For sure. Bianca Belair won't have top booking until she feuds with Rhea Ripley. I agree. Unfortunately, unless you want to say maybe a Mania match against Charlotte Flair is top booking, you can argue it's top booking. But yeah, the top title picture won't be until Rhea, I don't think. Unless they want to give Bianca and Bayley a run. But who knows? Who knows? It's going to be weird trying to keep Bianca Belair out of the top spot on SmackDown, considering how dire SmackDown is. In terms of like, SmackDown is more loaded than Raw. But right now, the top storyline is Nia Jax Bayley. How long can you have Bianca on the sidelines when the top story is Bayley, Nia Jax? I love both. I love them both. But where are you going from this? Like, where's that going to go? Charlotte Flair is going to change things for sure when she shows up. Charlotte Flair is the X factor for sure. Bianca gets Charlotte before Rhea Ripley probably. Heel Bianca against babyface Bayley, maybe. Yeah, Bayley would lose the belt at that point, I think. I would think she would. With Bianca, Rhea is in game, I agree. Yeah, they need to give Bianca actual stories. The fact that she's still over, yeah, that's crazy. She's still over considering her bad booking. May 2022, yep. That's when Liv Morgan beat her. Considering her bad booking, the fact that she's still over as she is pretty impressive. It shows her power, her star power. They need to channel that to either a heel run or something where she actually have to make decisions as a character that are interesting beyond, hey, Jade and I have interesting matching outfits. We're walking backstage to talk to Naomi and Nick Aldis about the tag titles. Something got to happen. The SmackDown's boring. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. We need to have... I was on that damn screen the entire time. But yeah, that's where I'm at. We need to have some type of direction with Bianca Belair to make SmackDown more interesting, I think. But for me, at least I'll talk for myself. Bianca is the most best talent in the women's division over there, for me, in my opinion. The S tier. And we have an S tier talent who was the number one overall pick. The fact that again, I'll show this thing again. The fact that she has nothing going for her, considering she's the number one overall pick, it's kind of silly. It's kind of silly. Do something, I say, because right now SmackDown is by far, it's Raw, it's NXT, and SmackDown's down here for me in terms of excitement, in terms of, can you imagine what's going to happen when Roman Reigns pops up? You're going to have Roman Reigns, the bloodline. You're going to have potentially Cody against Randy Orton. You're gonna have Logan Paul losing to LA Knight, so LA Knight will be the champion with the U.S. title. Where is Bianca Belair gonna fit in on TV? Bloodline with Roman, Jimmy Uso, Cody against Randy potentially, LA Knight U.S. title, and then maybe Nia Jax or Bailey or Tiffany a champion, and then Bianca and Jade. No time to shine. That's why I wanted her on Raw. I wanted her on Raw so bad, but it didn't happen. So no point of bitching about it now because that's not changing anytime soon. But the women's division is gonna be down the pecking order when freaking Roman Reigns pops up with his 40-minute segments. SmackDown might be rough. 30, more like 40. 40-minute Bloodline segments are coming. Well, in my mind, Richard, Damage Control will still be on SmackDown. Because Damage Control have unfinished business with Bailey. So we would have Bianca on Raw and Damage Control on SmackDown with maybe a Dakota Kai turning on Io Sky. And then we get a Dakota Kai, Io Sky, Bailey triple threat. The OG Damage Control match at SummerSlam. That was my booking idea. OG Damage Control triple threat. Io versus Dakota versus Bailey at SummerSlam would have been a big match. Full circle. Remember they debuted on SummerSlam. They debuted at SummerSlam 2 years ago. Io Sky won the belt against Bianca Belair on cashing in on SummerSlam a year ago. And then you would have had the full circle again, triple threat match at SummerSlam. That's what I would have done. But no, they went with them on Raw for the sake of it. What is Damage Control doing now? Feuding with Lyra and the Party Birds? Okay. You just have to remember that Triple H has his priorities. Liv Morgan, Rhea, that's one priority. Bloodline, Wyatt Six stuff, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, and everything else is gotta get in when you fit in, unfortunately. Yeah. Rhea versus Bianca Belair is Mania 42 stuff. So if you're wondering when they're gonna pull the trigger on that, it'll be when Bianca and Jade are on the same, Bianca and Rhea are on the same show. So whenever that happens, when Bianca is drafted to Raw, because I hope when they want to do that feud, Bianca and Rhea are both on Raw. When that happens, the feud will commence. Until then, as long as they're split, we'll not get any Bianca Rhea Ripley storylines of any sort. Okay. Yeah, you could have Bianca versus Sonya Deville. A match between Bianca and Zoe, great match. We've never seen that one-on-one match. Bianca, Sonya, Bianca, Shayna. There's stuff over there for Bianca if she's on Raw. You could have, this is all fiction. You could have made it up, right? Could have Bianca Lyra for some reason. Who knows? There's stuff you can do. It's fiction. You can make it up, right? You make all this shit up. That's the beauty of fiction and storytelling, folks. There's no set in stone storyline. It's all made up. You can do what you want, right? Bianca, yeah, Kiana James. Can you imagine Bianca, Kiana? There are matches to be had over there. Crazy. Oh boy. Yeah, that's what it is. Bianca and Damage Control are out of place. That's where they are. Damage Control should be with Bailey, but they want to change things up, right? And Bianca should be on Raw. Can you put Bianca on Raw while they're doing the Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan stuff? I think you can. Or keep Bianca on SmackDown, put Jade on Raw, have Bianca face off with Tiffany Stratton, Piper Niven, Candice LeRae. There's stuff to do on SmackDown. You can do stuff on SmackDown with Bianca, away from Bailey. Maybe Naomi turns heel. Maybe Bianca turns heel. It's all fiction. There's all possibilities they could have done, but they didn't do it. And now we're stuck with Bianca walking around with Jade Cargill. Again, there's not a shot at Jade. It's not her fault. She didn't do anything wrong, right? But because of that relationship, because of that tag team, we have to she's in it. She's a part of the conflict now because of that. There's no getting around it. It's not her fault, but folks are starting to resent her because of the tag team. Even though it's a Triple H call, she didn't force herself on Bianca. Triple H did it, but it is what it is. So my question is, for SummerSlam, what do you do? Bianca and Jade against what? The Unholy Union? Is it going to be like a 4-way tag match? Because right now you got the Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark connection, got Damage Control, got Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. You got the are we gonna get the damn like a 4-way tag match? Maybe. I don't think a 1-on-1 match with the Unholy Union makes sense at this point. They're not building to it. Not really building to it beyond having Blair team up with Alba Fire and Aladon. I mean, that's part of the build, I guess. We're gonna get on SmackDown. Book it. Book it. We're gonna get on SmackDown the big three: Bianca, Jade, and Naomi against the Blair Witch Project, Blair Davenport, Alba Fire, and Aladon. Right now, tomorrow is a double taping. So next week they're going to Japan around SmackDown time, so they can't have a live show next week. So this week they're taping 2 SmackDowns. I guarantee you, one of those matches, 3-on-3, big three against the Blair Witch Project. I guarantee you. Mark it down. If I'm wrong, I'll delete my account. Okay, maybe I won't do that. I won't delete my account. But I guarantee you, 3-on-3, big three, Blair Witch Project. I guarantee you. It's so obvious. That'll be the second taping. So have the SmackDown. They have maybe an interaction, like maybe a feud, or like the feud will kick off. They have like a pull away brawl, or something like that, some type of conflict. Then set it up for the next taping, 3-on-3. It's so predictable. And maybe after that match, when the big three win, maybe that'll be justification for the title being on the line at SummerSlam. Bianca and Jade against the Unholy Union. And honestly, I don't know what I want for that match. I don't know what I want for the result. I guess I want Bianca and Jade to win, because maybe they'll then have a storyline with maybe Nia and Tiffany. Maybe some type of... They can pop up on Raw. Let's do that. Let's just do that. In fact, now that I was thinking about it, yeah, that's the obvious route. Have Bianca and Jade win the tag titles again. Then maybe they can go back on Raw and do both shows. Maybe there's storylines on Raw. Maybe you can face off with Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark on Raw. The Party Girls on Raw. There's more opportunities for them to be on TV and do something interesting. Something. So yeah, let's put the belts back on them, I guess, and they can be on Raw as well. I don't know, guys. I don't know what I want. I want Bianca Belair in singles division. That's what I want. That's not happening. It ain't happening. So what do I want? If she's gonna be in the tag division, what do I want? Win the tag titles back. Take your asses to Raw, because that allows you to be on both shows. Aye. This is the predicament we're in, folks. I want them to win the tag titles so they can get off SmackDown. That's where we're at. Win the tag titles to go on Raw. Bianca Belair better be on the SummerSlam card. She better be on that card. She better be on that card. She probably will. With Jade Cargill in a tag match of some capacity. Yeah, it's women's tag titles or nothing, basically. But the only hope we have is that they win the tag titles and they pop up on Raw. That's the only hope. Yeah, the Unholy Union over there too. Yeah, that's what you have to do. So if Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair are going to be tag teaming for the rest of the year, then we need them to win the tag titles so they can go on Raw. If not, they're going to be stuck in the SmackDown vortex, walking around backstage, showing off their outfits, and that's pretty much it. Does Damage Control make it to SummerSlam? Don't tell the EO stands this, but I don't know. EO and Damage Control might be off the card. EO had a match at Money in the Bank. She's in Japan, chilling. Yeah, they might be off the card. But don't tell the EO stands and the Joshi stands that, because they'll be upset. Yeah, they're missing SummerSlam. It's like Jey Uso. When does EO turn on Dakota? I would do Dakota turn on EO, honestly. I would flip it. I'd have Dakota Kai turn on EO Sky. For the sake of doing something different, have Dakota turn, EO be babyface. When do you do that? Probably next year. Yeah, I don't know. Because I wanted the turn to coincide with a triple threat match for the OG Big Three. By Big Three, I mean the damage control. But yeah, I don't think that's going to happen now, so I don't know. But I'll have Dakota Kai turn on EO. That's what I would do. Dakota Kai turns on everybody? Yeah. I think babyface EO works better for Dakota Kai. For Dakota Kai's push. Kind of like with Liv Morgan. I think Dakota Kai as a heel would be better off. So I think heel Dakota would be pushed better. Same way heel Liv Morgan is pushed better. I don't think babyface Dakota is winning a championship anytime soon, but heel Dakota might have a chance to win a title via Money in the Bank, via some type of scheme. I think folks that are seen as lesser in the ring potentially compared to EO Sky, and they'll be better off. Like, I love Dakota Kai in the ring. She's a great seller. She's an amazing seller. She's great. I love her. Great worker. But some talent need the heel route to get a championship opportunity. I think Dakota is one of them. I would be surprised if babyface Dakota does anything of any substance. Same way with Liv Morgan. Yeah, so you have her turn on EO Sky, making EO Sky babyface. Yeah, so they're both heels now. Dakota turns on EO sometime down the line. Then you get babyface EO and heel Dakota. And they get it wrapped somehow to get wrapped around back to Bayley somehow. Because I want to see a triple threat. I want to see the triple threat match between Dakota, EO, and Bayley. I want to see that. It has to happen. Lives? Yes. I don't know about saves her career, David, but it had to happen. I've been saying it for years. 4 years. I've been saying it for years that EO need to turn heel, and her stands disagreed. Her stands disagreed for the longest time. Let me see if I can. Yeah, this is not gonna work. Let me see if I can find the receipts real quick. How far back I can go. Quick. Can I find it quick? Here it is. 2022, folks. Exposing IWC. Will Liv Morgan screams heel to me. Her natural cadence does not come off as babyface. I think her career will take off when she makes the switch. Do I know what I'm talking about, folks? Do I know what I'm talking about? Oh, this is gonna get me freaking flagged. Let me pause it. Pause it. Do I know what I'm talking about? I think I do. Her cadence, her natural speech pattern, that wide smile, it screams heel. And look what happened. Take off. Rocket. And she's embracing it, and it's a natural heel. I know what I'm talking about, folks. I called that over 2 years ago. But they didn't want to listen. Never listen. Now look at them all. They're all excited. They're all having fun. Like, yeah, I've been saying that for a long time now. Turn her heel. Her career will take off. I think babyface Dakota Kai would be a mistake in terms of her championship aspirations. It would be a mistake. Dakota Kai as a heel would be better off if you wanted to win a title anytime soon. That's my thoughts. I've been talking for a long time. I lost track of complete time. How long has this stream been going? Completely lost track of time. How long have I been going here? Okay, an hour and almost an hour, 30 minutes. Okay. She's just cringy as a heel. Who? Liv Morgan? Before I wrap this stream up, what am I missing here? Did I forget about anything? Is there anything that happened while I was on stream? Any breaking news? Anything of any sort of importance that I not discussed here that happened on the IWC? What is the IWC talking about right now? What are they bitching about? Beyond the Jay's booking, beyond the opening of Dynamite last night, MJF, Will Ospreay. It was an amazing show. Like, right? What else beyond that? What am I missing? Anything we did not talk about that's worth talking about here before I sign out? Nick Nemeth addresses likelihood of WWE return. That's kind of interesting, but not for the stream. Oh yeah, I remember when I had like an infamous video where I said that Liv Morgan is not gonna win Money in the Bank. I stand by that video. I was sure that Liv Morgan was not gonna win Money in the Bank because it made no sense. It made no sense for Liv Morgan to win Money in the Bank. I stand by that. She was a heel. I'm sorry, she was a babyface, and both champions were babyfaces. Ronda was a babyface. Bianca was a babyface. It made no sense for her to win the Money in the Bank briefcase. Vince McMahon did something stupid, had her win, and had her cash in on another babyface. An injured babyface, mind you. Disaster booking. Disaster booking. You made your babyface cash in look like a loser, look like a chump, and you made her look like a heel. And then they kept Ronda as a babyface? Like, guys, this is stupid. The reason why I thought it was not going to happen, because I thought it was too stupid to do it. But he did it, because Vince is an idiot. Oh, yeah, she did go her big. Oh, wait, let me talk about, okay, so let's talk about what happened on Dynamite before I wrap it up. So, Mercedes Moné has a match against Nyla Rose, I believe. Solid match, it was fine. Probably the best spot of the entire show when Mercedes Moné went for the lockjaw. She put out a glove and tried to mimic Britt Baker's finish. She said the CEO went for the lockjaw. I love the detail of it, her not being able to do it. She didn't know how to pull it off, so Nyla just bit her hand. Great. I love when talents go for someone else's finisher and they screw it up. They can't pull it off and they make a mistake. I love that every time because it shows how specific a move is to another person, right? She went for the lockjaw. It failed. She bit her hand because she didn't know what she's doing. She had to switch it to the bank statement because she screwed up. I like that. There was a match with Bianca and Charlotte Flair. When Charlotte Flair went to do Bianca's handspring moonsault, she did it all slow and awkward. And Bianca put her knees up. Bianca like, you trying to do my move? Like, why are you trying to do my move? I love when talent try to do other people's move and they screw it up. Because it makes it more specific to that character. They're saying, okay, that's my move. I can pull it off. It works when I do it. But when you do it, you fuck it up. I love when they do that. So that was a good spot. She failed with the lockjaw. Then it had the whole spot where Britt Baker's in the crowd. She takes off the sting mask and chases Mercedes Moné. That was all fine. That was cool. Yeah, great psychology. Yes. I love when they mess up a move. When you do someone else's move and you screw it up, it's not as effective. I love that. It makes the move special to that person. Every time they do it, I love it. So folks who said I don't give credit to AEW, there it is, okay? Great spot for Mercedes there. Mariah May comes out there, and what my man was referencing here, JB, Mariah May comes out there, she cuts a promo, it's kind of slow, taking her time, and what's his face called her a bitch. Like, what does he say exactly? Like, oh, come on, bitch, say what you gotta say, or come on, bitch, speak. It was funny. Was it kind of jarring? Yes. Should he be taking any type of heat? No. He shouldn't be taking heat for it. It was funny. Let me see if I can find this without causing a riffraff. Let me see if I can find this. Here it is. Let me do this without getting a copyright. Show browser. Let's see this. I'll do this. Okay, let's do that. Wait. I'm muted. So let me unmute the desktop. Okay, let's do this now. Check us out.
Oh, speak, bitch. Come on now.
What?
Oh my gosh, Siobhan, what the hell is wrong with you?
Why are you so mad? Why is he so mad? I don't understand why he's so mad there. Like, is this in defense of Tony Storm's honor? Like he's so taken aback by what happened to Tony Storm. That was hilarious. Let me play it again. I just freaking saw the thing. What the heck? Here it is. Okay, let's not get hit with the copyright. AEW did not play that. Here we go.
Oh, speak, bitch. Come on now. Oh my gosh, Siobhan, what the hell is wrong with you? I'm sorry.
Her promo was not the best. She was kind of dragging it out. She was kind of making it slow, and she got hit with the what chance. The what chance hit her in the AW because she was inviting it because how slow she was going. She was talking like this and kind of talking like this and expressing her thoughts on Tony Storm and how she felt about turning on her and how Tony Storm, she's talking so slow that she's inviting the what chance. Not the best. It was not the best promo. She looks eerily close to Tony Storm. Almost too damn close. It's kind of weird. Every time she dresses up like Tony Storm, whether it be like old school Tony or this version of Tony, you gotta like give a double check. Like, wait, is that her? Yeah, wait, is that Mariah? Is that Tony? Oh, it is Mariah. She looks very similar to Tony Storm whenever she dresses like her. Very similar. Yeah, that was hilarious, man. What the hell is wrong with you?
I'm just angry about what.
That's hilarious, man. Yeah, that was crazy. But beyond that, so yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Her promo was not the best. Anything else that I miss? Let me not show Reddit for like some porn video pops up, something like that. You never know with Reddit. I don't want any porn images to pop up. Well, here's a comment by Jordan Grace that kind of talks about what we talked about before with the TNA relationship. Let's see what she says here. And then we'll probably wrap it up if there's nothing else to talk about. There wasn't a TNA talent on the last NXT pay-per-view, but we had a very important moment. That's a unique way to incorporate TNA into NXT. My dream is a World Slide pay-per-view. That would be great. It's going to be a slow build, sure. The world probably isn't ready. But when it happens, they're going to see a TNA beat NXT. We're going to see TNA beat NXT. Yeah, this is where it could be leading to. A Worlds Collide. TNA against NXT. Yeah, so Jordan Grace gets it. Now, do I want to see a TNA superstar on an NXT pay-per-view? Sure. Why not? Actually, that just happened. Jordan Grace was on NXT pay-per-view. Or PLE. I don't think we've seen a NXT talent on a TNA pay-per-view yet, right? I haven't seen that yet. Right? But yeah, she's right. A Worlds Collide match would be great. Will TNA win it? I would not be surprised, honestly. I would not be surprised one bit if TNA won that PLE. Because again, Jordan Grace, assuming Jordan Grace is still there, she's going to be a WWE talent anyway, so why not have her win? Why not have her go over? Have her beat Natalya at that Worlds Collide match. You have Joe Hendry, who you're promoting, you're propping up. He can have a win against an NXT talent. Yeah, there's plenty of ways to have NXT lose to TNA and have it be fine. I don't think WWE are that worried about it. It's NXT. You're in a partnership with it. It'll be like a 50-50 split. If there's 6 matches, it'll be 50-50, I think. Or wins for NXT and wins for TNA. Yeah, exactly. The men's champion for TNA will beat someone on NXT. The NXT champ will beat someone on TNA. Jordan Grace will beat somebody on WWE, will it be Natalia or or NXT talent? And then Roxanne, I'm assuming Roxanne will be, it may be someone else. They'll beat somebody on TNA. It'll just be like champions win. Champions win. That's all. AJ takes the belt off of Moose. That'd be crazy. They may let Moose go over on AJ Styles, maybe. Who knows? Like, I can see that. Have Moose beat AJ Styles. That'd be a good match. That'd be huge for Moose. That'd be huge for him. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do. But yeah, is that it, folks? I think that's it. I don't see anything else that is worth starting a whole new discussion about. Let's see. Let me mute this where something else pops up. Yeah, I think that's it. We got WWE talent on Bloodsport. That's cool. What else we got here? I don't see anything on Reddit that I'm missing that happened while on stream. Roxanne tweeted something. Let's see what Roxanne tweeted real quick. Is it anything important? Oh, okay. So that's cute. Rhea, while training to get ready to return in PC, she's down there with Roxanne Perez. That's cool. That's a nice picture. It's a nice photo. But beyond that, I don't see anything else. Dawn Grace and Stephanie will be your favorites. I like Stephanie. I love Stephanie. I love everything she brings to the table. She's awesome. Julia will be awesome as well. Great stuff to look forward to. Fun times ahead, folks. All right, folks, that is it. Yeah, it is cute. That is it for the stream. Do me a favor. Like the video. Subscribe. Leave a comment if you're watching this on replay. See me over on Twitter. That's where I'll be all the time anyway. And I will talk to you guys later. Is there anything else I need to say? Don't give in to tribalism. Okay, tribalism is not worth your time. At the end of the day, it's just wrestling. Just wrestling. Later, guys. Peace.